Class, crew, what a great workout this morning. I thought that was one of our best, at least this week, definitely this week, and maybe even more than that. Okay, so what are we gonna work on after our holiday? Quick reminder, no class tomorrow for 4th of July holiday. But we will meet back on Monday. Monday will be live and we'll be meeting at noon, our new time. And remember, next week it's gonna be noon from here on out. Noon Monday, noon Wednesday, noon Friday, noon Saturday. I'm excited to move to that new time. It gives me more time with you guys. Okay, so what are we gonna work on today? Now, we have a little shorter workout. I know last time we went 30 minutes. This time we're gonna do half that, a 15-minute workout. But we're gonna have a pre-baked warm-up where when we get on, 2 or 3 minutes into it, we're gonna get right into a quick 6-minute warm-up. And this is because I wanna get you guys moving quickly, sweating quickly. So we're gonna do some really basic movements that all of you should have down. So those movements are a push-up, a sit-up, and a squat or squat equivalent. High kneel, low kneel, glute bridge. Priority here is on movement, not transitions. So even if you can do an air squat, but if you're already on the ground from a push-up or a sit-up and want to just do a glute bridge to save time, that's fine too. Okay, with that being said, here's the way it's going to work. We have a 6-minute AMRAP. 1 to 3 push-ups, 3 to 6 sit-ups, 6 to 9 air squats for 6 minutes. So you're gonna move through this quickly, okay? This might only even take you a minute per round or so if you're really moving through it fast. For most of us, I think it should work that way. For some of us, some of these movements are a little slower going. No worries. You can adjust the quantity for the ones you're weaker and bump up the quantities for the ones you are better at. The idea here is not just to get a ton of movement, it's to warm up. So when you squat, take your time, hit the end ranges, hit your positions. When you're doing your push-up, really roll the shoulders back. Load the shoulder blades up, load the lats up, take your time and look good. With the sit-up, finish the position all the way up to the top. Put your legs in a challenging position for you. Pike, butterfly, get a nice stretch at the end of each sit-up. Just work through this, all right? 6 minutes of warm-up, and you can speed up as you get towards the end. Okay, after we get those 6 minutes of warm-up, we're gonna do a 15-minute workout. And this workout is simple. We're doing some jumping jacks. We're doing some pressing movements with a lot of variation in there depending on what you're working with. And finally, some burpees. I smile because I know you guys are rolling your eyes. Jumping jacks, we're all really good at these. What I want to challenge for you today for the jumping jacks is making sure your shoulders are really down and low. I almost want you to think about touching your hands behind your head when you put your hands up rather than reaching up here. And the reason is we already spend so much time with our arms up here. I want us to really work about getting our arms nice and straight. I was doing this workout earlier with myself and I thought that was a really interesting way to approach it. So 10 to 35 jumping jacks, that's fast. That's like 30 seconds of work. After that, we're gonna have 10 per side presses. So now that I'm looking at this, just to make sure everybody is not confused here, we're gonna say 10 to 20 total. Now that might be 5 to 10 per side. Let's just say that, 10 to 20 total, 5 to 10 per side, depending on what you're using. We could have a one-handed object or a two-handed object. Now the pressing is just simply strict pressing, right? We can do this seated, I can do this on my knees, I can do this standing. I can do this against a wall if I'm, maybe Vicky. I could do this against a wall and press up to get balance and pressing. Somewhere challenging for you that's safe. A one-handed object is great because you can hold on to something at the same time. So we're going to use pressing, just strict pressing. However, if you have a very heavy object, you can start push pressing with this, meaning if you're standing, you can use your legs to help you with the object to press the object through and up. I was going to say something else about this. Yeah, so those are the requirements. Now, if your object is too light, like say you're somebody like Darby who's just using a book, let's add some squatting in. Okay, let's hold the object, squat, and then press so we actually get some good work. Because also, Darby, I don't like you holding that book with one hand. So use your judgment here to find something difficult for you based on the weight that you have. And frankly, most of you guys have pretty light weight just because we don't have access to heavier weights. I think Chris is the one dealing with a ton of weight, at least one-handed weight. Even Chidam, I think you only have a 20-pound weight, which is something, but I would definitely love to see you with like 20 pounds in each hand for a movement like this, or 15 pounds in each hand. So find a way to make it challenging for yourself. I'm also open to different stances, lunges, lunge stance, split stance, etc. To make this a little more difficult. Glute bridge to press, so something fun here. After that, you guys owe me 3 to 10 burpees. Now that's a wide berth here. 10 if you're really sporty, Cheetah, Darby, Ed. If you can do these quickly, if you're a little bit slower, we'll go all the way down to 3. Now, the time factor for you guys is I want the rounds to take between 2.5 and say 3 minutes, or 2 to 3 minutes. Now, if you're on the 2-minute end, find a way to make the workout harder. If you're going over the 3-minute end, find a way to make it easier. So everybody give this a try and time yourself and mess around with different variations so you have some interesting ideas and we have some good stuff to talk about and ultimately share with everybody else. Okay, guys, that is the workout. I didn't need to move too much because I think you guys have this. I will see you after the long weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Great workout today. I was super pumped up after that. I'll see you Monday at noon.